Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum
A
assalam.
few ladies.
Assalamu alaikum.
We've got more people today, actually, than we normally do, which is nice.
I think we are everyone now. We have Sarah as well.
Okay, let me put the gallery view on. Right. Yeah. Yes, Sarah's there now. That's great. Yeah. Oh, actually,
Assalamu
Aisha
alaikum.
is. Yeah, Aisha's here as well. Brilliant. We can start then in that case.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to this month's Viva Circle with Ustadha Sidra Naeem. Ustadha Sidra Naeem is an alima qualified from Al-Huda International. She has studied the 99 names of Allah in detail. In this series, she will be focusing on the meanings, explanations, and ways of implementing Allah's attributes into our lives. This session will conclude with interactive question and answers. Today, we'll be continuing and focusing on two more of Allah's attributes, namely Al-Jabbar and Al-MUTAKABBIR. So over to you, Sister Sidra.
Jazakallah khair, everybody, and well done to everyone who has logged on today, because it is Ramadan and we're all fasting, but we get more good deeds by doing Islamic things. It's 70 times more rewards for logging in during Ramadan while we're fasting. And what better lecture than to promote Allah and to talk about his wonderful names. So well done, everybody, for joining today. Today we are looking at the next two names in the timeline. And Maria, mashallah, for a revert, actually pronounced those absolutely beautifully. She's got excellent tajweed. So let me share my PowerPoint as usual. So Al-Jabbar means the compeller, the restorer. Okay. So basically, if something is broken physically, mentally, anything that isn't right, Allah is the one who restores that back to its original condition again. Al-Jabbar is the compeller. Whatever he wills, it is what happens. He is the one who is exalted high above his creation, and he is the one who reforms, the one who fixes the situation for his creation. So there's so many different types of fixing, okay? And there is an ayah in the Quran which actually goes to some of the names of Allah that we have already mentioned. And in there is actually Al-Jabbar. So let's listen to that.
هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار.
Okay, so there it is. He is Allah, other than whom there is no deity, the sovereign, the pure, the perfection. These are all words we've done already. The bestower of faith, the overseer, the exalted in might, the compeller. Okay, there you go. And it talks about, you know, what that means is repairing, restoring, even forgiving, to restore people back to their original beings again. So there's so many ways, isn't there, of fixing. And it's all because Allah cares about us. He cares about the human beings that he has created, and he likes to restore them, make them well again. Okay, so let's listen now to the video.
Jabbar comes from the root word Jabbar, and its main meaning is to mend and restore. When you have a cast or splint on your broken bone, it is called Jabira, which comes from the same root word. It is called Jabira because it helps mend, restore, and fix your broken bones. An interesting fact is the word algebra also comes from the same root word. It means you fix the equation. Allah is Al-Jabbar. He is the one that restores and mends broken hearts and heals the wounds of the soul. How can we understand Al-Jabbar more? Have you ever felt sad and lonely and no one to turn to? Sometimes no one understands you and it's hard to express your feelings. The next time you feel like this, call Al-Jabbar. He is the one that mends broken hearts and heals the wounds of the soul.
Okay, So how can we implement Allah's name into our lives, that attribute of restoring, fixing, mending? How can we do that? But we were talking about fixing, the restorer, fixing back to brand new again, okay? So how can we implement that in our daily lives? So Fasil, I think we'll start off with you.
Yeah, ask Al-Jabbar to help you restore your connection.
Oh, right. That's a really good one. Yes. So that's a really good one. So we pray to Allah, don't we? It's Allah who we pray to. Okay. That please help me fix my Wi-Fi connection. I really like that one a lot. So that is actually my first one. So
I think we can also incorporate that attribute in our lives. So if we have the ability to help others as well.
Yes, that's the one I was trying to get at, actually. Brilliant. Okay, right. So the first one Fasila said is we pray to Allah and we try and ask him to fix our problems. It can be any problem. It can be materialistic. It can be physical. Okay, and then the other one then is to fix other people's problems. Okay. Can you mend somebody's heart? If somebody's oppressed or somebody, you know, is suffering in any way, okay? Can we mend them? Can we help them? Okay? Obviously, that person, though, has to pray to Allah first and ask Allah to relieve their problems. So this is very important. They can't just ask people. They have to ask Allah as well to mend their hearts, mend their suffering and their problems, then they can go to people. Okay, what kind of people can fix other people's problems? What kinds of people are we looking at here?
Counselors.
Good. Counselors and mentors, or even a friend. A listening ear is all that somebody needs sometimes to fix their problems. Okay, anything else? Apart from emotional problems, can we fix any other kinds of problems?
Yeah, if your house has got, I've got a problem with my house. There's a leak from upstairs.
Okay,
and
good.
the plumber was going to come this afternoon.
Yeah, physical things like internet you mentioned already and roofs and things like that. Anything else that people may not have and we can fix that problem? I sent a link today and I'm asking for help to fix other people's lives. Did anybody read that? What was that to fix?
I didn't see that.
I sent it out. I'm climbing up the O2. Why on earth am I doing that?
Oh, yes, yes, to raise funds, yeah.
To fix who? Who am I trying to fix?
The needy.
The needy. They haven't got any money. Okay. Yeah. So you can fix other people's money problems by giving them money. Charities, zakah, sadaqah. That's fixing, is it not? Okay, people who don't have food for iftars and for Ramadan or money for anything. Okay. What other kinds of jobs are privileged people in where they can fix other people's problems? They're already in that job and they can fix other people's problems. Physical problems. They showed a plaster and a leg broken in the video, didn't they?
Doctor, nurse.
Nurse, doctors, midwives, pharmacists, GPs, health visitors. Okay? These are all people who can fix other people's problems, health problems. Okay? But we have to pray to Allah first to fix those problems. Because in the end, all those people are really useless at helping us unless Allah wills it to happen. Okay? That's what we're trying to get at. So that attribute, Al-Jabbar, is very, very great. Okay? Right, let's move on now to Al-MUTAKABBIR, the supreme, the majestic, the great. He reveals his greatness and power at every moment and in every incident. Okay? Al-MUTAKABBIR, Now, does anybody know two root words in mutakabbir which mean big, great, in size, in rank, everything? Does anybody know what root words they can see in there?
Kabir,
Kabir, good. Kabir means great. Does anybody know the other one? We say this all the time. Oh, Allah. And then we say this word.
Akbar.
Good. Well done. You're all doing really, really well. I'm so pleased with this group. Allahu Akbar. Akbar is in there. Can you see anagram in their root? Akbar means great. Allah is great. Not just great in size, but in rank, in dignity, in age, in learning. He's great. Okay? And that's what we mean by al-mutakabbir, great. Okay? And the same ayah, which I played earlier, has this attribute added on. Okay? So let's hear that.
هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر.
Okay, so there it is, mutakabbir at the end of the line, all in order, all the names that we've done so far. Absolutely amazing, all in that ayah. Okay.
Have you heard
Right.
the 99 names of God? There's like sort of a nasheed. Is that how you say it, nasheed? I don't know.
There is
Nasheed.
a nasheed, yes, there
There's
is.
a really amazing one by Omar. I forget what his surname was, but it's
Yes,
no music on it or anything, so it's all
Yes.
halal as
yes,
far as
there
I'm
is.
aware. Anyway,
And that's a really good one where you can learn them all off by heart. Did you know if you learn all of Allah's names off by heart and their meanings and how to implement them in our lives, we will all go to Jannah because it will make us perfect people. If we memorize them all, it would make us perfect people. Okay?
that would be
Right, I'm going
wonderful,
to
wouldn't
now
it?
play the video. Okay? And this will explain a little bit more about the word mutakabbir.
Allah calls himself Al-Mutakabbir. Mutakabbir comes from the root letters Kaf, Ba, Ra. It means greatness. This could be greatness in knowledge, in size, in age, in wisdom, and so on. Out of these letters, we have heard two famous words which apply to Allah. One is Al-Kabir, which means He is the greatest, and the other word is Akbar, like when we say Allahu Akbar during all our prayers. It means Allah is greater than what He is described as. Allah is Al-Mutakabbir, which means He is the only one regarded as the greatest and no one else can be this. When a person falsely claims they are the greatest, it is a complete lie and it is wrong, because no one can be regarded as the greatest except Allah Al-Mutakabbir Himself. No one is regarded greater in knowledge than Allah. No one is regarded greater in power than Allah. No one is regarded greater in mercy than Allah. And no one is regarded greater in forgiveness than Allah. This is why those that claim they are the greatest are called arrogant, because it's not true. You only have limited knowledge. You only have limited power. How can you be the greatest? The Holy Quran says, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ. And recall when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam. فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى. They all prostrated except Iblis, Satan, who refused to obey. وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. And he showed arrogance while he had been one of the deniers of the truth. The word istakbar comes from the same root letters as mutakabbir. It means that Shaitan, Iblis, thought he was greater than Adam alayhi salam. He thought, why should he bow down to Adam alayhi salam? Shaitan thought he was greater than Adam because he was made from fire and Adam was made from clay. He disobeyed Allah. He was a denier of the truth. Why? Because Allah is Al-Mutakabbir, the only one regarded as the greatest. This is the truth. Anyone else that regards themselves as the greatest has completely lied and denied the truth, just like Iblis. This is arrogance and pride. It is reported that Imam Ali alayhi salam has said, "The son of Adam is truly amazing. A wound can end his life. A bug can cause him pain. His sweat can make him stink. So how can he ever feel proud and arrogant?" What we can learn is that we should never follow in the footsteps of Shaitan. We are not deniers of the truth. We should never think we have the greatest power, the greatest wisdom, and the greatest position. We should be humble and should never be called mutakabbir. This attribute is only for Allah, the only one regarded as the greatest. He is too great to be weak in anything. He is too great to be in need for anyone or anything. He is too great to submit to others, while we are weak and submit to Him and only to Him.
Okay, excellent. Right, so how can we live by this name? How can we implement this name into our lives?
As again in duas, making duas,
Right, and what will we do in that dua?
we will pray to Al-MUTAKABBIR,
Yes.
calling him the greatest, the supreme, the
Good.
majestic.
Good. We can call him, "You're the greatest, help me please. You are the best. You're the biggest, you're the greatest, help me please." Can we ask Allah to make us bigger than what we are, in the sense of, for example, a good job? Say we're
Yes.
applying for a job and we want to go up the ranks, okay? You're a level 2 and you want to go up to level 3. Can we ask Allah, "Oh, Mutakabbir, can you please make me great? Or can you make me do well in my..."
The song's a bit vain.
Yes, but you are allowed to do that. You're allowed to ask for status, aren't you? Yes, as long as you don't say, "I'm the greatest," okay? As long as you don't say, "I am the greatest," because only He is the supreme, only He is the one who is the best, okay? But we can say, "Oh Allah, make me good at this, make me greater at this, make me greater at, learning your Quran or Tajweed, make me a greater person, make me better in my job, make me go up the ranks in my job, make me a better mother, greater mother," things like that. Yes, you are allowed to do, unless you do what? We're allowed to ask to be great, but we mustn't do what?
Mustn't be arrogant.
Yes, we mustn't be arrogant. That's the shaitan in the video, isn't it? Who became arrogant. We have to thank Allah for what? When He makes us great. Okay? So in turn, we have to thank Him to make us great. And that then stops us being arrogant. It's a cycle. We pray to Him to make us great. He makes us great. In turn, we pray to Allah, "Thank you for making us great." And that makes us humble again. It's like a cycle. Very interesting. Okay? But we must not be arrogant. Let's listen to this ayah in the Quran.
ولا تمش في الأرض مرحا إنك لن تخرق الأرض ولن تبلغ الجبال طولا.
And do not walk upon the earth proudly. You will never tear the earth apart. And you will never reach the mountains in height. Okay? So that tells you clearly that we must not be arrogant. We need to battle arrogance and we need to stay humble. Okay? Right. So that brings me to the end, because these are always quite short, aren't they? And I'll put you all back up. You can have questions.
Jazakallah khair.
That's okay. You're all doing really well. I'm just so pleased with this group. You always have so much answers to say, and you're always so enthusiastic. Love reverts. I love you all for the sake of Allah. That's something else that we have to say, to stay humble. To stay humble. Did you know? Is that we should say we love you all for the sake of Allah. Okay, so any questions on this topic that we've done so far, the 2 names?
I really enjoyed it today so much.
Yes.
We're trying to come up at an agreement with a new time.
Okay, what was that then?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Is that okay with you, Alex?
Everybody said they'd like to give it a go.
Okay, Aisha, I know you work. Will you be back by 6?
Yeah, it'll be fine because even I can log in by the phone.
Okay, all right. Let's try 6 next time then. That's fine. Okay, that's great. We've sorted that
Everybody.
out. We've fixed that problem, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've fixed that problem with the wisdom of
Alhamdulillah.
Allah, of course, with the wisdom of Allah.
We
Right.
invoke the name of Al-MUTAKABBIR.
Yes, good. Look, she's already implementing the name. Isn't that such a good role model? Right. Any more questions? No? Okay. Any general questions on Islam now? Any general question on Islam at all? Anything at all?
No, Eid's going to be Saturday, you think?
A lot of people are saying Eid is Saturday, but we don't know. It's up to Allah. But some satellite systems said it's impossible to see the moon on Friday, Thursday night. So that's why they've set it for Saturday, but I really don't know. We will find out tomorrow night. I always tune into the Islam channel and it gets announced on there. So the best thing is really to always check in case we do not know. It's up to Allah, isn't it? If he shows the moon or not, really.
But if you go by the moon cycle, the new
Yes.
moon is likely to be shown on Friday.
That's what they said. But again, we don't know because a lot of the times they say this and then Allah shows the moon, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Only he knows and only he's in power. So we will rely on Allah to fix that problem as well.
Yes.
Of the 2-day Eid problem that we have.
Al-JABBAR, the compeller, the restorer, the
Yes.
mender.
Yes. And only Allah is great, Al-Akbar, Mutakabbir, and he will decide. Okay, right. Well, we might as well finish off then, Alex, if there's no questions or any comments or whatever.
Yes, well, it just remains to thank you once again. Jazakallah khair. Very interesting talk. Thank you very much.
That's okay. And I'm really sorry about the internet, but hopefully we'll get that fixed by next time with Allah's obviously will, inshallah. Okay, all right then. I'll finish off this end then. Have a nice iftar, everybody.
Yeah.
As-salamu alaykum.
Walaikum
Eid
salam.
Mubarak in advance.
Oh yes, Eid Mubarak in advance to everybody. Have a lovely Eid.
Yeah.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak.
Jazakallah khair.